this out, everybody. I'm about to start Lapidary project number 12, and it's going to be a really special one. This piece of petrified wood from the southern Nevada desert outside of Las Vegas. And this piece, I'm sure you've never seen anything like before. Check her out. Completely covered in Druzy Quartz crystals. Look at it, oh my god. I've been waiting on this piece. I just have so many cool pieces I want to polish. This piece has been in line for a while. It's her turn. The entire piece is covered in Druzy Quartz crystals, and it just sparkles all over. Of course, the top part here is where you have all the bigger crystals all over it. All the bigger Druzy Quartz crystals. So I'm going to go ahead and polish the two ends and the bottom side of it. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be using the 8-step wet diamond polishing pads on the Makita wet polisher. They just kind of, we have the Velcro backing pad, and then the main pads are Velcro on the bottom. They just stick right on, just line them up. Make sure the water comes right out the middle. And we're going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be Lapidary project number 12. I love naming my pieces. We're going to call her Wowie Zowie for obvious reasons. Can't wait till she's done. Gonna be amazing, I'm sure. Let's get started. Nice. That's the end of the 6,000 grit. Alright, check it out. That is all of the diamond grit steps. So far, wow. So far we have done the steel medium grit diamond disc. We did the 8 steps, 50 grit all the way to 6,000 grit. Look at the 50 grit, how worn down it is. That'll be replaced. I think the 100 one is, the 100 grit's getting pretty low too. But there she is. Let's dry her off. Alright, and we had an unfortunate accident here with a little piece of Druzy Quartz. I will get the Paleo Bond and put that right back in place where she belongs. But look at her, how beautiful. Wow. All the Druzy Quartz crystals in there, the purple, maroon, white. And then you can still see the sparkle. All the Druzy Quartz crystallization that's inside. This piece is all Druzy Quartz. Very beautiful piece. This was Lapidary project number 12. I call her Wowie Zowie. Very cool. Let's go ahead and put her on the buffer. I'm gonna buffer with a little bit of cerium oxide and then polish it off, and then she'll be 100% done. Then I'll show you my next piece. That'll be Lapidary project number 13. All right, to the buffer. All right, let's set her down right there. This is the buffer and polisher. The buffer will be the pad that's more tightly stitched together, more of a tougher pad for the actual polishing compound, buffing compound to be used. Then the buffer side, or excuse me, the polishing side, all the softer pads, no stitches in between, and they will get the fine polish into the piece when done. So my typical setup, I use the cerium oxide here. Get this from myrockhound.com. And then with the cerium oxide, I go ahead and put just a little bit of distilled water in. And then I'll go ahead and mix it until it's a real fine mixture, just enough to barely stick to the brush that I'm going to paste it on with, and I'll show you that right now. Let's go ahead and get started with the buffing. I first like to wetten the wheel, get a little bit damp so that the cerium oxide sticks to it when I'm polishing. Just a little damp, not soaked. And then when she's done, I just use the cerium oxide that I have here. And just slightly brush it on. And start. A lot of people don't like to use the cerium oxide because when it dries, it gets in all the little fine, tiny cracks, and it's hard to get it out. But I'll show you when I'm all done how I get it out. Little trick that I have. Really easy. You can feel when it's starting to get a little dry. Just dampen it a little bit more. And you're ready to go. Kind of getting all the dust and grit out of it, so it's as fine of a polish as I can get. All right. Awesome, awesome. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about as far as the cerium oxide goes. You see in these areas, these real fine micro cracks here, we have all the white lines. That's all the cerium that's all stuck in those cracks. All the fine micro cracks. So let me show you how I get rid of that stuff. We'll go ahead and put our piece on a wet towel that's folded up for cushion. We just spray her down really well. Then we use a medium toothbrush, and I just go ahead and give it a nice gentle scrub. Loosen up the cerium oxide that's kind of settled in place. Spray her down. And then we'll get this other side with the other fine micro cracks that I saw. You know, may take a couple go over passes, but it comes off really, really easy. And it's really the final cleaning on the piece that you spent hours involved in. Doesn't hurt to spend a few more minutes finishing her off. All right, now let's see what she looks like. All right. All right, let's see just how pretty she is. Oh man, check her out. Lapidary project number 12. I name her Wowie Zowie. She's so sparkly. All the Druzy Quartz Crystalization. We've got the maroon, purple, white, just completely made up of Druzy Quartz crystals. Top, bottom, sides, everything. I went ahead and completely polished the bottom side of it and the sides, and you could still see the Druzy Quartz crystals sparkling. I'm gonna be a little out of focus, but just trying to get to see some of the sparkle that's in there. So pretty. Awesome. And you can see the cerium oxide is completely removed from all the fine cracks and micro cracks. Nice and clean. And she's so pretty. Look at her dazzle. Like I said, about 8 hours of polishing. And that's because I go through so many different steps. It's a slow process. I don't mind taking my time because the outcome is always amazing. All the way from 50 grit to 6,000 grit. I started with the medium steel diamond disc. And then I switched over to the softer abrasive pads. Finished her off with the cerium oxide on the buffer. And then polished her off. And then the final rinse. Next, Lapidary project 13. Look at how colorful she is. This piece my wife found on a rockhound treasure hunt that we went out on, and she loves teasing me about it till this day. But look how pretty she is, all the colors. We are not going to touch the bark on this one. We're just going to polish the two ends. We're going to polish this side here, and you can see how glossy it is. I've already filled in all the cracks and micro cracks with the Paleo Bond, so I can go ahead and grind on it without her breaking or chipping. And then I will show you on the bottom side of her, we have all this Druzy quartz in there. Real fine Druzy quartz crystallization. It's a real pretty sparkle. Very, very pretty. I'm not going to do that side either. Like I said, just the two ends are going to get a real nice polish to them. For Lapidary project number 13, please subscribe, everybody. If you're already subscribed, or if you don't want to subscribe, just like my videos. I love doing this stuff. Gonna continue all the way up to Lapidary project. Who knows? Let's continue the fun. All right, let's really get in there with the microscope and see just how cool this piece looks. All right, let's get her to focus. Oh, man.
Look at all the Druzy Quartz crystals in there. All the different colors. Wow. This piece is awesome. I'm just going to go ahead and scan the surface of this piece so we can see all the different colors, shapes, and sizes of the Druzy Quartz. This would be the side view of the polished piece. Wow, look at her. You know, I think I chose the perfect name for this piece. Wowie Zowie. I mean, look at all the crystallization. Oh, wow. So pretty. So much Druzy Quartz on this piece. Oh, focus. Wow, look at that. Let's zoom in just a little bit more. Microscopic view. We're at 60 power. Let's take it into 80 power. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love the Druzy Quartz all over this piece. You got the maroons, you got the darker purples, lavenders, white. The lavender and white mixing gives you the pinkish hue. So pretty. Oh, awesome. Let's back out just a little bit. Let's get another area over here. More up the top corner where the darker. Wow. So beautiful. And let's get the side where the polish meets the Druzy Quartz. This is the side that's polished. And it rolls over onto the Druzy Quartz. Let's flip it around to the other side. There we are. Very cool, very pretty. Everybody, this was Lapidary project number 12. Wowie Zowie. Druzy Quartz Crystalized piece of petrified wood. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like my videos and continue watching. Have a great week. Wow, look at that. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That wraps it up for Lapidary project number 12. I like to call her Wowie Zowie, and that's mainly because of all the different colors. Maroons, purple, white, Druzy Quartz crystals. That's all over her. Completely made up of Druzy Quartz. Beautiful piece. Now I get started on Lapidary 13. Just enough sunlight left in the day to get an hour or two in. Finish her off next weekend. Everybody, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have, like my videos. I'm gonna get a little bit further up there in my subscriber count, and I'm gonna start doing some giveaways with some of these really cool pieces that I've been doing. So keep watching, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started now on Lapidary project number 13.